My name is Sam. I am the education manager with the mini aquarium. So I'm here today because today is a full moon, or fairly close to a full moon. So we're entering a cycle known as the spring tide of the tidal cycle. So what that means is that usually in the afternoon for around these parts we get a very, very low tide, and then later on we'll get a very, very high tide. So spring tides are an excellent time to go out and check out the beach and the seaweeds, all that cool stuff that you could find there. Of course, if the weather is safe to do so, like it is today. So let's go find out, see what we can see. So this is a tide pool that's higher, so it's typically the area that is not always covered by water, even during the spring tides. It's a bit more of a splash zone. So the water here, it can vary greatly between very salty, depending on how warm it is that day. Water evaporates, leaves behind the salt, or it can be very fresh, depending on how much rainfall we have. And the temperature varies quite a bit as well. So like this is a lot warmer than water out there in the ocean, let me tell you. So the life that's here has to be very tolerant of the changing conditions of temperature, as well as salinity. So you only tend to see the tough ones here. So you see some little periwinkles that are here, because periwinkles are fairly tough. And we got some algae growing here. Those algae growing on the brown of the rocks there. Got a little barnacle friend here. Oh, there he goes. So he's having a little feed right now in his tide pool. Kicking out his feet ever so slowly. Back in. Looking for little teeny tiny creatures to eat. And this barnacle right here, unlike its neighbor, it's out of the water in the open air. So it has to pull its feet back in and just wait until the water comes up before it can feed again. So these are some tide pools. They're not super close to the water, but they're about halfway. There's some filamentous green algae in here, as well as some brown algae known as fucus, and some little creatures. I'm going to take a closer look here. Here we go. Oh, there's the periwinkles. They're having a feed on this filamentous green algae. We notice little bubbles that's there. That is oxygen bubbles, as a seaweed is a photosynthetic creature. And it just, oh, there goes a bubble. So just like land plants, they produce oxygen, which is what these guys are doing right now on this beautiful sunny day. Maybe hard to see, that little black dot, that's a seal that's come to join me today. Let's have a look around. So here we are at a tide pool that's much closer to the water level. I'm keeping a very, very close eye on those waves there, so if you happen to be on the beach, please do the same. So these tide pools that are here, they would probably not be exposed all that much at all, except during the spring tides like we have today. And the type of life that you tend to see down at this level, oh, there's a little guy right there. One big clue that you're in this zone is this kelp right here. This is Laminaria digitata. You won't find this on the upper tide pools like up there. It's not tolerant of the conditions quite the same. You also tend to start to find this red seaweed, such as this right here. Wave to the wave! So as I'm walking along, discovered there's an urchin here. This guy's alive. You can just see the spines are moving. A bit of focus there. There we go. And those purple strings you see, those are his 2 feet. Normally we would leave animals in the tide pools alone. However, this guy is very much in danger of being exposed to air probably in a few minutes, so I'm going to put him back at the lower water level. Alright, my friend, I'm going to put you back here. Nice low water level. I have to put down my camera though, make sure I'm safe. Alright, so I've been keeping a close eye on the time, and I know that it's pretty much the time now where the low tide stops falling, and now the tide is going to turn and start rising. So I'm going to head back before I get caught in a situation where the water is around me. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and next time at the beach, when it is safe to do so, keep an eye out. Maybe you'll see some of the creatures that we saw today. And most of all, make sure that you leave the animals where they are, and that the seaweed's left where they are, because that's all a very important part of the ecosystem. But one thing you are very much encouraged to take is lots of pictures. So, bye for now.